right, hello and welcome to the 15th episode of the Precocious Neophytes podcast. You know,
Or
Earl the Pearl Monroe out here, Vince
Salute.
Carter,
facts.
Vince Carter. You know all those
Denver
people.
Mello. Denver
Not
Mello.
only
Denver
Knicks, only
Mello.
Knicks.
Yes, boy, the world of sports there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. You know, we got right in the thick of the NBA playoffs, but first we gotta get to the draft, the NFL draft. As we are all Giants fans here, this
Yuck.
has been has has been whether it's gonna be good or bad. This was an important draft because the Giants drafted who they think is the quarterback of the future,
Oh,
Daniel
Danny
Jones.
boy.
What do you?
Let's hope, man.
Let's hope. What? How are you feeling about it, Ro?
I feel indifferent about it. It's like we were talking about before we came on. I don't know. Like I'm perfectly fine with saying I don't know how good he's gonna be. So like he's sitting behind Eli. I think that would be good. Sit behind a veteran quarterback, learn. They probably have some connection. I think what is it? Cutcliffe is the guy who trained
Yes, it is.
Manning and both Manning. So got some decent pedigree. Got some good pedigree. You can't go wrong with two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, a couple Pro Bowlers. Well, Eli couple, but Peyton the upper echelon of QBs. I didn't see the necessity to fiend over Haskins. That's my thing. Like most people who commentating on the pick is only repeating what ESPN said because of Todd McShay's draft board. Like we mocked this shit earlier in our episodes. These niggas just throw stuff at the wall and hope that it stick. So I think he will. Well, I don't think, but I hope he works out.
We hope. We hope he's gonna work
I
out.
just don't. I don't know, and I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with saying I don't. That's what I'm like. I'm fine with saying I don't know. Let the season play out. Like I'm cool with that.
What you on, Joe? Is it the end
I,
of the
I,
world?
I guess it's the same. I've kind of like calmed down since the day of because I didn't watch the draft. I was at Endgame, so I came home and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna ignore all Giants related news. So I seen niggas tweeting about Daniel Jones. I was like, well, Thanos did this, and I just wasn't on that. But I mean, I've since come down from my stance. Um, I don't know, man. I didn't watch enough. I think I've probably seen like two series from that kid. I didn't watch no Duke football games this year. Who watches Duke football?
Exactly.
I've seen two series in full, like not even like no highlight joints. Like I've seen him snap the ball 4 times, whatever, like that kind of crap. But I don't know, man. It's tough. So, but you know what I mean? I guess Archie and Mara and Gettleman and Eli and Peyton and all the people in cahoots that are running the Giants.
So you think there's validity to that? You think like they really allowed like say Eli and Archie to choose their successors?
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel Jones is a Duke quarterback camp, Eli Manning camp kid. He's one of those kids. So they knew him from when he was young. So they handpicked that kid. It was like, all right, well, yeah, go ahead.
I think it's too easy to put the two together. That's how I feel about it. Like there's validity to it. Like I wouldn't put it past them to do so, but I think it's too easy to just be like, yeah, Eli and Peyton and all these niggas is in cahoots same time.
But that's exactly what it is, though. Like,
you don't know that for a fact, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know that for a fact. You don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, everything points to it, though, and it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? Archie's been pulling the strings behind Eli's and Payne's career for his entire life, so I'm not mad at it. I think if Archie and Eli and Peyton and all the trainers, if they see something in the kid that we don't, and I'm wrong about it, cool, great. If he's going to be a 15-year starter for the Giants, I'm okay with it. I think early knee-jerk reaction was like, nah, he wasn't even the third or fourth best QB on the board. But if they see something down the line in 2 years when he starts, even though he should be starting, I think they should have gotten a quarterback that could start now. Because what are you going to do with Saquon now? You have Saquon with the Asian QB, bad defense. he's just going to be sitting there waste. And then when it's time to pay him, they're going to be like, all right, well, you're done. But whatever. If they see something that we don't, I mean, I'm willing to kind of like, all right, I'm willing to kind of back off my stance and be like, all right, you know what? Daniel Jones might be that dude. But, only time will tell. I guess I trust Eli and Gettleman and Mara, I guess. But
To me, I
we'll
think
see.
it's somewhere in the middle. Like I don't think like Archie and them said, okay, this is the guy we want to succeed Eli, and this is why they picked him. I think it's easy. Like there's clearly a relationship there, and that's probably like made it easier for like Gettleman and them to get a sense of who he is, and maybe it made them more comfortable with taking him because they know his pedigree. But I'm not sure if they indeed like are allowing like Archie and all these guys behind the scenes to like literally select like, yo, this is the guy we want. That would be like gross mismanagement. Like I don't want to believe that's what's happening because
the Maras run a team like that. The Maras run a team like, oh, it's a family. The giant way you get rehires. Like Spagnola had 3 stints here or whatever. What's his name? Gettleman is his second stint. Eli has been playing 4 years past when he should have been out. Tom Coughlin was around longer than he should have. Jerry Reese around. I mean, like Mara runs a team like that, so it wouldn't surprise me that he'd be like, you know what? Because we want to do right by Eli, and Eli's our guy, and the Mannings have been good to us, and whatever it is, they've taken pay cuts, whatever the case may be. He's like, you know what? We're gonna draft a kid that looks exactly like Eli. He has the same temperament. He's not a emotional rah leader guy. It's the same type of kid.
Right.
And he's from also that Manning QB camp. He met Eli probably 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like they knew each other they knew the kid when he was a kid. So I mean, it's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing that Archie's running the team. He knows more about football than Mara does. So it is what it is. If he's the owner, if Mara's a figurehead owner and he hired Gettleman and Archie's running behind the scenes, then whatever, cool. If it's gonna bring us a championship in the next 10 years, I'll forget about this there. But cool, you got it, bro. I don't need Dwayne Haskins, cool. But if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna be like, all right, well, you kind of screwed us there, brother. If he sucks and he's a washout in the league in 3 years, like Mark Sanchez and all those other bum quarterbacks that have been in the league, Christian Ponder and Christian Hackenberg and Jake Locker and Colt Brennan and all them other bums, then we're gonna be like, yo, like, this is gross mismanagement. But if it works, then.
But don't you think, like, if I'm Dave Gettleman and these guys are telling me, I'm the GM, these guys are telling me, like, yo, this is who you have to draft. Like, I'm resigning. Like, why? Because nobody's going to look back on this and say, oh, this is art. They're going to look at this and say, this is Dave Gettleman.
Yeah,
this is going to fall on him.
Right.
So that's why it wouldn't completely floor me if I found out, oh, Archie Manning did it, because like you said, this is how the Giants have been operating. But I think it's just like incredibly not smart to have your current quarterback's family literally handpick his successor. Because why wouldn't I just pick a scrub? Like, because Eli hasn't said he's retiring.
Right.
Ultimately, this is not going to end well.
He's 47 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's retiring. He's going to be playing somewhere else next year because I think Gettleman is just doing Gettleman stuff and lying when he says, oh, this kid could sit for 2 to 3 years. Like,
that's no way.
That's not happening.
Definitely not.
The Vegas over-under has him at like 7 starts this year. So he's definitely taken over at some point during the season. And if Eli wants to continue to play, which he kind of seems he does, unless he changes his mind, he's going to be playing somewhere else. So, I mean, yeah, I'm with y'all. Like, of course we hope it works out. I think it's not comforting knowing that like all these experts, the quote unquote experts are like, this is terrible, this is bad, but it's like, no, who is watching Duke football? None of us.
Nobody watches Duke football.
Nobody. And you got to take into account he's playing with lesser talent at Duke.
Yeah, his receivers and a
lot of drops.
God awful. Yeah.
So I mean, I just gotta hope that they evaluated him, and hopefully their evaluation is just good. Hopefully he's the quarterback of the future. That's it.
I just want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want for all these experts and for all the fans and for all the people who stay crying about the pick and wanted Haskins, name the last good Ohio State quarterback. Someone, please.
I mean, name the last Duke quarterback though. You can say the same thing.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna have the same philosophy for Duke, Ohio State ain't no better.
I mean, I don't think that's fair because you can say the same thing about Saquon. Penn State doesn't have good running backs, bro. They've all been washouts in the league.
Understood. But what I'm saying is, everybody's saying the Ohio State quarterback. He threw 50 yeah, because he went to Ohio State. Like, he played for Urban Meyer. He played in this great conference. He's littered with talent across the board. At least with, my whole rule of thumb is the better the school, the worse the quarterback is. And I've pretty much been proven right on that.
Nah, that's only accurate when you're talking about the SEC. That's when you talk about Big Ten football.
No, because Drew Brees went to Purdue. That's not a big time school. Romo went to
Drew Brees is already the exception in any rule he's in. He's under 6 foot.
Russell Wilson, he went to NC State, then transferred to Wisconsin. Those are not Ohio State, Alabama.
Wait, what conference is Wisconsin in? What conference is that in? That's not SEC. SEC is the only conference where you can be like, yo, like, those Alabama quarterbacks stink, or you know what I mean, like, or the Mizzou quarterbacks stink.
The last Ohio State quarterback changed to wide receiver, both of them, Braxton Miller and Terrell Pryor.
Yeah,
and Cordell Jones. What happened to everybody was like, oh my God, he took over in the championship game, and
he ended up being nothing in the league. Yeah,
and he's nowhere to be found. Like, so
I don't know if that's fair though. You know what I mean?
No, it is fair because if you look at the QBs the last, let's say, 2000, let's say the year 2000. I'm talking about the top quarterback, let's say the first round guys.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger the school, the worse they were. Outside of Cam, outside of Luck, and I don't even consider Stanford. I don't even consider Stanford like a big time school, but for the argument's sake, I'll throw it in there. Eli Manning at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is not a top program compared to, even though it's SEC. Phillip Rivers went to NC State. NC State is not the top conference, top 4 school in the ACC. Matt Ryan went to Boston College. Boston College was ass. I remember Matt Ryan.
They stunk. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you look at these quarterbacks, and Sanchez went to USC, and his own coach said, bro, you need to stay another year. And he was... So I'm saying, like...
When your coach do you like that?
Well, okay, yeah.
Right. So it's like... These,
the Pac-12 or Pac-10, whatever it is now, that's another exception because they're all awful too, except for Andrew Luck.
Look at Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford can't stay healthy to save his life, and he was a Heisman winner at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
even
I mean?
if you want to say Tom Brady didn't even. Couldn't even start. You would have drafted Drew Henson if you would have drafted quarterback from Michigan.
So it's like these. All I'm saying is these grades and these. I'm just saying the reaction. Like, fans are reacting. We didn't take Haskins, bro. Look at Ohio State. They don't draft. 2 of the last 3 quarterbacks that Ohio State drafted or sent to the draft changed to wide receiver. You had LeBron. I see you, kid, Braxton Miller. Now he's out the lead, nigga. Like, stop putting your stamp on niggas.
He was on the Texans for a while, kind of wild out. Yeah.
Like,
the only reason I would slightly view Haskins as different is because he's literally a pocket passer. Like, he ran like a 5-second 40 or something like that.
Yeah,
like, he's not a burn. He's not running. So, I mean, he is different from those guys, but there is like a trend in that, like, these big time schools, their quarterbacks are not necessarily what's panning out. Like, it's always these like North Dakota State or just some random school that's not necessarily big time.
Yeah, because they control the whole team pretty much. Like, look at Wentz, look at Dak Prescott. He went to Mississippi State. Like, I remember him there. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I remember Russell Wilson both at NC State and Wisconsin. Phillip Rivers went to NC State. Like, you just look. Oh, Big Ben went to Ohio, but it was Miami of Ohio. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, so
it was a Miami or Ohio. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point.
I can't get. And then Jameis Winston, he went to Florida State. He's turned out to be
Yeah, he has one more
And
Marcus
Mariota went to Oregon.
Mariota
He's
went
a
to Oregon.
question
He
mark.
turned out to be
Yeah.
like
Pac-12. They're ass. Yeah, they don't play football in us.
yeah. So it's like I'm not for people to say we should to Haskins. But that's sold on Haskins either. We all know Tebow. Like you went to Florida with Urban Meyer. You played with a criminal and a nigga who committed suicide. Like,
Oh my god! Oh
come
my
on, man, get
god!
out of here. Come on, come on. That don't
Come
impress me.
on,
Like, nah, man, I'm calling a spade, dog. You went to a school that was wild, talented, but bad trouble. Now you expect me to believe that all these quarterbacks who come from these schools are great? Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's fair. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
It's a very
that's pretty
fair
well
point.
thought out. That's like
Give me a quarterback from Syracuse, dog. I'll take that.
McNabb went to Syracuse.
There you go.
Syracuse, yeah. Word.
Take a McNabb. Shoot, McNabb.
I'll take McNabb. Yeah, that's a fact. I'll take McNabb right now.
I'll take Carson Wentz. He went to North Dakota State. I'll take it.
They went to a D2 community college.
Right.
Yo, it's crazy.
Even Cam Newton, he went to community college before he went to Auburn.
That's
like
true.
Yeah.
Because I was also saying I do like the pedigree of Daniel Jones because he wasn't even heavily recruited out of high school.
Nah, he was a zero-star
walk-on.
recruit,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like all of those things is like that. We'll see.
Right.
That's all we can do. We just gotta wait and see. That's it.
And I'm fine with that. With that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Listen, I've already punted on this season anyway. I've already accepted that this will be another 5-11 season, if that.
Right.
So yeah, as long as this is like the Knicks all over again. As long as we see if I see Daniel Jones in week 7, I'll be okay with that. I'll be like, all right, cool. Like, let's see what he got. Because that, what's the kid name from Colorado? That experiment failed.
I don't even know. Oh, God, yeah.
It is garbage, bro.
Wasn't that Reese who picked him?
Nah, I don't know. I don't remember who picked him. But
Gettleman just got here.
Nah, Gettleman took him fourth round last year. They traded up.
Third round, I think.
Yeah, third or fourth round. He was
Last
year.
year?
Last year, last year's rookie year. And people were like begging for him to play.
I don't have facts in front of me, so I'm not mad.
So then they threw him in the game, and after the game, Sherman was like, "You see what you wanted? Like, this what you asked for."
He also had got in trouble. He made like a left turn on red in Jersey or something like that, and he got a ticket the week before he like could have started.
He could have started. Yeah, the guy's an idiot.
Yeah, it wasn't good. What do y'all think about the rest of the draft? Any like opinion on anything else? Anyone else that they took?
I didn't
The
realize
that matter was AZ and the Giants with the AZ and the Giants. No, nothing. Everybody else really knew. You know, I mean, we knew the Jets were gonna go defense.
Right.
We knew a bunch of teams were gonna go defense. But the only teams that matter were the Cardinals and the Giants in the top like 15, 20.
Right.
The Redskins got a steal, I guess, because you got Haskins at 15 or whatever. But
and then they drafted what's this guy's name? God, I can't remember. They drafted a pass rusher after that.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no real surprises.
Yeah,
I think
nothing too crazy.
I think the Raiders low key had a decent draft. I think people
They did, but I'm still not gonna trust John Gruden.
I was gonna say they better had a good draft. They gave up all that capital for picks.
I think they had a decent draft. I think they did. So I don't know. It's all random. Like I don't know. I guess
You can't assess it you have to wait to see how it pans out. Like,
I guess as we getting older, like I'm trying to become like the less emotional fan. Like
that's a fact. I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, bro. Like I'm good with like let me see what they doing first before I just tweet or Facebook. Oh my God! Like New York is screwed. Like bro, training camp ain't even start yet.
Yeah, he didn't even pick his number yet.
Right? Like come on, so you don't even have his locker and all of that. And we already trashing the kid. Like
what is his number gonna be? We don't even know.
We don't know yet.
I have no idea. What's his shoe size? Like he can grow. He got a growth spurt. Like I don't know. Like does he have a summer job? Like is he still moving? Like I don't know, bro. I'm good with saying that.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. So it's I don't know.
So the NBA playoffs are going on. We're in the second round now because, first round's done. In terms of the first round, Portland, OKC, right?
I'm gonna start charging Joe Sway for my opinions, and I told him Denver was the real deal, and he done picked.
They did scrape by San Antonio.
They beat San Antonio.
How you feeling about
a win is a win is a win, bro?
Yeah, I'll take it, but
a win is a win. I
told Antonio.
I said it was going 7 though. Like I said it was going 7.
Yeah, I think you did.
I said it was going 7. Am I stupid? Like I'm rational.
Before we get to
Denver never been there. San Antonio. So you and the two of them.
And San Antonio is not even like outside of Popovich. It's not like a we been there team. It's like
right.
Yeah, you got LaMarcus and DeMar, but
are
those the we been there guys that I really want? Not really.
Right.
Nah.
Patty Mills to a little bit.
Yeah. But they rely on some young guys now.
Yeah, but I'm just effing with Joe. But yeah, like. You were talking about Portland, OKC, though.
Yeah. I think. Did we all think that OKC would have like found a way to win this? Did anybody?
I thought so.
I picked
Portland. Yeah, I thought OKC. I just figured Paul George and Russ would kind of figure out a way to win. But it went like in the complete opposite. Like talking about gentleman sweep, like.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Damian Lillard, dog. You my guy. Shout out to Dame.
And it just
shout out to Dame.
With Russ, like I think there's been a lot of conversation around
he stinks,
Russ,
yeah.
And like exactly what all the compiling and triple doubles. Like at the end of the day, you're playing to win, right? And it's hard to say like is a guy producing that much really conducive to winning, or like is it conducive to winning in the playoffs? Because I think sure you could win in the regular season, but I don't know that like if you're starting a team today, right? Let's say age is not a factor. Let's say they're of equal age, and you have to choose between Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook. Who are y'all choosing?
Damian Lillard.
I'm to the Lillard. Yeah, to the Lillard.
Yeah, and it's I think I am too, and it's. I don't want to like disparage, the average in I think ever since he averaged a triple double for a season, right? I think it's become more of it's like a gimmick. It's like a thing. Like it's almost like he's chasing that. I'm gonna average a triple double every year, and I kind of feel like his overall game suffers from that.
It suffers, because nobody gets damaged.
Yeah, I don't think him averaging a triple double is really like conducive to them like winning games. Like sometimes the assist, you got an assist, but you could have made the hockey assist that could have got you a 3-point shot instead of a 2, or like I just watching that series, it's like I kind of think Dame is better here.
Yeah, he's better.
I said it. I've been telling my guys. I told my boy Omar and my boy John. I was a couple years ago. I was like, yo, if I'm looking at the two of them, I'm taking Lillard. This was 2 years ago. Because Lillard is a better shooter. Lillard is a better scorer. Lillard is a better ball handler. Lillard is he's more composed. He's a better leader. He going to make smarter decisions. Russell Westbrook, again, we've all played park ball. He's the guy in the park who has to prove he's nice every time he has the ball. Every time. It's that guy. And it's like, bro, you can't shoot. And then if he'll go 0 for 6, but he'll hit the 7th shot with 2 people over him. He'll get mad hype, and then his 8th shot is the same shot. It's like, bro, like you were lucky enough to make this one. Don't take it again. Don't take it again. But because he got the crowd hype, he got the reaction from the crowd he wanted, so he gonna keep taking it. Remember the bomb? Remember the bombs away? Lillard hit 1-3. Russ tried to match him right back down the court. Lillard just laughed in his face like, you don't do this. You don't want this.
He hit another one. Yeah.
Came right back and bombed in his face like, you don't want to shoot out with Lillard, bro. Like, you don't want this. So
that's the big thing, though. Like, it's like every time I think of a point guard or what I want in a point guard, like 3-point shooting especially is like super important.
It's not important.
He's not good at, like, he's nowhere near as good at it as Lillard is. Like, Lillard is
I'm pretty sure he's really good average too at this point.
Yeah, Russ is a career like 30% 3-point shooter, 30.8 to be exact.
That's awful, though.
And Lillard is around like 36, I think. That's like a big difference.
Lillard, and the thing with Lillard is because he played without McCollum for a lot of years, he's 36%, and it could be better, but because of volume, his responsibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He takes tough threes. He's shooting 36%.
Marcus Aldridge over him is his bum ass.
Right. So imagine him in like a system like Golden State or maybe like Houston or like San Antonio. It'd probably be north of 38, 39. Like,
yeah, he'd be right around that. Which is absurd.
Right.
How good he could be if he didn't play with Evan Turner and Marcus Aldridge.
Right.
All them scrubs that played in Portland before.
Like I don't know. Like Russ is like what 10 years in at this point. Like
He's not gonna change. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't see him becoming a better shooter at this point. It is what it is. Like, but I do think he needs to like just get over this triple double obsession. Like people feed it. They're like, oh, he even before Paul George was there, it's like, oh, there's nobody on the team. He needs to do this to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
I didn't buy that. I never bought
you with it. Yeah. I don't think so. I think there's room for like because even if you watch that series, like dudes was playing, like dudes was hitting shots, like Jerry and Grant, them guys, they were hitting shots. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you gotta. It's not conducive to you winning ultimately in the playoffs, especially like you could do all this ball dominating and whatever the heck, but you taking 30 shots and hitting 7, like this is not winning basketball, bro. It's really not. And like I don't know how effective like Steven Adams is as like a role man in the playoffs, but like with him and Cantor, like that was like Cantor going to Portland, that's like the perfect landing spot he could have fell in.
Right.
Like it's literally, I don't think there was a better team he could have gone to. Like he's not. I think Nurkic is overall a better player because he's more versatile. Like Nurkic is probably better defensively. Cantor's like one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Yeah, and he's a talented scorer. But with Steven Adams, it's like he's not. He's reserved to picking and rolling. Like he's not gonna draw you out. And Cantor can't cover when you make a switch or the roll man pops out, but he's solid enough as a one-on-one defender. So it's like what you Steven Adams trying to post up Cantor, like that's not you're not eliminating what Cantor is not good at. You know what I mean? Like he can handle that. So I don't know if like in hindsight thinking of how the series played out, it's like I don't know what
it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's like, why did I just assume like, okay, they have the star power.
Yeah, I just assumed that, okay, Paul George's going to get it together. Russ is going to finally play smart. But Russ has been improving mode for 3 years now. It's like, oh, look at I don't need KD. I'm better without him. And it's like, yeah, you do. You gotta do him. You know what I mean? And
3 first-round exits.
3 first-round exits, man, straight after averaging 3 straight triple doubles. Like, what's the common denominator here? Like, it's you, bro. You had different teammates. This guy came through. Victor Oladipo came through. Left. Paul George came in. Lost the first round. Paul George re-signed. You signed Noel.
Lost again. They did Melo wrong. They tried to pin it on Melo and look.
Melo came. You lost. He left. You lost. It's like, yo, at a certain point, you got to
switch coaches.
Switch coaches, all that. I'm like, they switch jerseys. They got the nice joints. It's like at a certain point, you gotta look around the room and be like, you know what, man? Maybe it was that guy right there, that nigga who taking 35 shots a game because he's always trying to prove himself that he's better than Steph or Dame. Or it's like, yo, it might be you, brother. And I don't know if he's ever gonna see that because, again, he's 11 years in the league or 10 years, whatever it is in the league. He's been at the highest point. He went to the finals. He averaged triple double. So in his mind, he's good. He's like, yo, I'm doing my job. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's like, nah, not really, man. Like, he's not good, man. He kind of stinks.
That's Brody. That's
Brody. Yeah, everybody.
It's right. Everybody.
And I remember the first year he averaged a triple double, right? And I remember how big a deal it was. Mm-hmm. And then a stat came out, and it was like, yo, Russ has contested the least 3-pointer or the second least league, and the only person last was like Andre Drummond, and Andre Drummond plays in the paint. I'm like, you 3 more 3-pointers than Andre Drummond, and I'm like, you're hunting for rebounds. It's not like you're getting it organically where you're like boxing out and crashing. Nah, he's sitting under the rim waiting for rebounds. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? This is first year by himself. He's still figuring it out. You know what I mean? We'll give him the pass for it. And then in the second year, I'm like, okay, he didn't really figure it out, but okay, no problem. And then in the third year, I'm like, okay, like enough is enough. So you did it. Like, you know what I mean? That should have been like, okay, I did it one time. I'm gonna play my game now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play a more balanced game. And it's all the same thing. He never changed. And it's like, at a certain point, man, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, yo, maybe I'm garbage, bro. Like, maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe Dame's better than me. So like, yo, like Drew Holiday is better than me. So this is crazy. Kyrie's a better ball player than me. You know what I mean? You go down the list of point guards that you'd rather have than Russ, and you probably hit like seven or eight names. And that's probably being generous. I could probably give you 12 names I'd rather have with Russ as a point guard, which is absurd.
Yeah, like
absurd. Like there's a lot of guys I'd rather have over Russ as a point guard, man. Yo, this is bad. So like you're at one point he's looked at as a superstar. So I'm like,
yeah. But now, I think he generally I think that's part of the problem. Like it's enabled kind of. I think generally he is like people view Russ as a superstar for sure, or even like a star. Yeah, or it's like they see the numbers. It's like you can't deny those numbers. They're really impressive, but you got to look like, is this really conducive to winning?
Yeah, they have zero impact on an outcome of a game. Zero impact. It's like, yeah, you got a triple double, but then it's like
I'll deny the numbers.
and I think it's
you hate stats, bro.
It's not that I hate stats. Like people gotta like stop saying that part of it. It's when you misuse them and there's no context behind them.
Yeah.
So speaking, we talk about the triple double. I'm listening to Undisputed, and Rick Bucher was saying because of the way the pace of play is going, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody get the triple double now. Like Alfred Payton had 4 straight. Evan Turner had 2 straight off the bench, and there's a reason for it. He was saying so in a case like Russ, right? The game is because there's no 7-footers like a Shaq, a Duncan, a Garnett, Dwight Howard, even Ben Wallace, even though he's not a 7-footer, but he was patrolling the paint. Because there's no more of those guys, Russ can get 2 stats, almost 3 stats in one possession. He can get the rebound and he can go 94 feet and get an easy layup, or he can drop it off and get an assist. And if you do that, because he plays hard, if you do that a bunch of times throughout the course of the game, triple-double.
Yeah.
But you're not watching the fact he's 12 for 32. He has 7 turnovers, and he's missing his free throws. But at the end of the game, he had his 11th straight triple-double, and they've been 6 and 5 in that stretch. Like, yeah, because you hunting, like you saying, you're not contesting you leaving your whole man wide open to stand underneath the rim. That's 2K. Like, I know how 2K works. I've had that's 2K. So I think everybody now gets into that 2K mode. Like, I'm going to feed the video game generation. So stats is the thing now. And I'm just like, yo, all you damn nerds, leave my sport. Like, go away. You didn't play. You couldn't play. You didn't play. You had no talent to play. Go away, bro. Just do something else. But don't come in basketball and all of a sudden now I'm supposed to read a sheet of paper and think, okay, I'm going to win my game. That's why Houston about to get swept. Like, I hope they get swept. Like,
yeah, Russ.
Russ is wildin'.
I also think, like, it's because he's had, Scott Brooks and Billy Donovan. Either of them, I don't think they've, like, encouraged him to, like, alter his approach at all. Right. Like, he needs a coach who will tell him, like, yo, this is cool and all, but this is not what we need to win, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Like, you gotta adjust some. They've just been like, okay, Russ, go for it. And that's why KD left, because you're just encouraged to always be YOLO Russ, 1,000 miles per hour. I'm gonna grab every board, get every assist. Like, that's why Portland won. Dame could shoot. Dame outplayed him. I don't care what. I don't even have to see what the numbers said. Like, he outplayed him. I watched the game. He was special. Like, and
Clearly,
it's
head and
it's like, and
shoulders.
it, head and shoulders. Yeah, it's like not even a competition. What cats will be like, oh, but Russ still averaged this and this. Like it wasn't efficiently.
Nope.
I know his shooting numbers were horrific. Like it was, and Paul George was hurt, yeah, but he had good games. Like Paul George had good shooting games. I think the last game he shot the ball well,
He
and
shot the
it's like
ball really well last game.
that's what I'm saying. And it's like even with Paul George, why are you averaging a triple double? Paul George, it's like okay, when KD was going cool, like yo, you got Paul George now.
Yeah, you got
He
help
had
now. There's no
yeah,
excuse.
Got
he
help,
had
right.
a borderline MVP season. Like you gotta, these guys are hitting shots. Like I said, like those cats, they were hitting shots. Like you gotta, some of them could probably, they could do something. Let them dribble the ball every now and then. I don't know, play off the ball a bit. I don't know. I'm interested to see if I expect him to just be Russ next year, but
He's gonna be the same nigga because
He gonna be the same
front
nigga
office-
because it works.
front office is walking on eggshells every time we deal with him. So I'm like,
exactly. That it's pathetic what they be doing. You see him in interviews. Like, what do y'all think about that? How he be with the next question with that one guy. He has a vendetta against this guy, and he will not answer any of his
no
questions.
questions. I don't mind that. I think that one guy. I think he's only like that one guy. I forgot what happened. It was something back when KD was there. But they've always had like a beef, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm not asking no more questions." And then I guess I get it. At some point, you got to get over it, though. It's like,
yeah,
all right,
it's corny now.
It's
Like,
like it's been 5 years, but
it's,
and I think he's doing it for show too, because he's like you see him actively trying to remember why he's mad and trying to stay mad. It's like,
right.
I'm like, all right, man, if you're not mad anymore, you don't have to keep putting on the show. Like, it's okay, you know what I mean? You're human, bro.
Right.
He's always like the macho kind of like alpha dog nigga, and it's like you don't have to do that, man. Like you're not mad anymore. You can't be mad for 5 years.
Right. No way. There's no way.
Like this is borderline sickening now. Like, but I don't know. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep going that way, and the organization's gonna keep protecting him because he's their guy now. It's like after KD left, they traded Harden. They're like, yo, we cannot let this guy walk away in the next 3 years. How many years does he have left on his deal? With 4, 3, whatever it is?
I think 3.
Yeah, so if you kiss enough ass, he'll re-sign with you again after that 3 years because you can't let him walk. Because then it's like we drafted 3 superstars, we let 2 of them walk, so it's like, or we traded one of them, or 2 of them left, 2 of them out the door. So like we gotta take care of this one because what if he feels slighted and now that he's gonna leave and now we're gonna be stuck with nothing? We're already in Oklahoma. Who the hell's gonna play basketball in Oklahoma? You know what I mean? So they're kissing mad ass and he walks around like it. He's like this. I run this team. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Oklahoma City.
That's how the organization has historically been. Like they kind of allow the inmates to run the asylum. Like they insulate them from the media. I think at one point one of the PR people of the team even butted in with the next question. It's like, yo, that's not even your place. Like if Russ wants to do this foolishness, let him do it. But why are you the PR
why are
person?
you jumping here now?
Like, yeah, it's like I don't know. So like you said, he's gonna continue to do what he wants to do because that's what the organization allows him to do. So
they love that.
What it is.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about what's going on with Houston and Golden State?
Yeah, Houston out of here, man.
I hope Houston gets swept.
I would love that.
I don't know how someone could root for them. Like
I can't. There's no way.
It's hard, man. Like it. My thing with the whole thing is, all right, okay, you have this whole. You guys audited the league for like
that's so corny.
So corny. And it's like, okay, we watched game 1 and okay, maybe there were instances where there were fouls that should have been called that weren't. But the thing with James Harden is, and I think Scott Van Pelt had like a whole little segment.
I saw it before we came on.
Right. His shots when he is uncontested and when he's contested are totally different.
Completely different shots.
And he's literally attempting shots to draw fouls and not to actually make the shots. And I get it. Like, there are times where you want to draw fouls, whatever, but he's literally like dedicating a lot of his attempts to literally trying to goat the officials into calling calls. So it's like when you're intentionally trying to manipulate officials, there's gonna be a point to where they're not gonna give you certain calls because they don't know if you're if you're really being fouled. It's like it
Right.
only makes sense. Like you're the one. You guys are the ones who caused this.
Yeah, we can't blow the whistle every time. Like
Right. So when you're falling, if you shoot the ball uncontested and you're jumping straight up and down, where as opposed to when someone contested, you're now jumping forward and now there's contact and now you're falling and you're falling on every 3-pointer. What exactly do you expect the officials to do? Like I don't understand what they expect.
But my thing about, like, I hate this phrase, the new rules or today's rules. Like, if you look at Klay Thompson, what he was doing, I actually thought it was pretty smart. He contests the shot and then he kind of turned his back, like, all right, bro, I'm avoiding.
I'm get out the way.
I'm not gonna foul you. Like, and I think the ref saw that and it was like he's clearly trying to avoid your space and bumping into you. And you, like you said about the Van Pelt thing, he kicking his leg out like he giving a super drop kick, like he in WWE. Like, bro, like he feet on the ground. Like, you're trying to manipulate the call. And so that's why I hate the today's rule thing, because if you look at Houston, that's Harden's game. Harden on 2 drives pushed off with his left hand, but because he's left-handed and he dribbled with his right hand, the ref let it go. There was another one where he drove on either, I can't remember, it was Iguodala, maybe Draymond, where he dribbled going left and he have his right arm talking about the knee and hooks him, but he don't just hook him, he grabbing his arm. So now if he drive, he getting fouled. Like, the ref can call that too if you talk about you going to the. First it was LeBron talking about, I got a family. Now it's Harden, like, I just want to be treated fairly, you know?
Yeah, like, call it fair. And they are calling it fair. Like, they finally got some fair treatment. Like, this is how everybody else is ref.
Right.
So everybody else is official. Like, so don't call this now, like, oh, I wanted the game to be fair. What?
He gets plenty of calls at that. Like, that's the thing. He gets plenty
leads
of
the
calls.
He leads the league in free throw attempts every year. The one time he didn't, he was second in the league. Like, you've led the league in free throws every year, and yet you still complaining about fair. And I think we spoke about this either the podcast before about the mind of an official. If y'all start begging for calls and every minute just turning around throwing your hands up, the ref, the next quarter or the next half is like, oh, word, bet. So you notice the fourth quarter, the ref started calling everything.
Everything,
yeah, like, the ref is going to naturally do that. So if I'm Harden, I'm like, yo, just learn. I say Harden is trash, not because he's not a talented player. Harden is trash because he's a better player than what he's trying to do out there.
No, I understand what you say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Joe Sway is, I didn't even realize, Joe Sway mentioned it a couple times. Harden is a stocky guy. Yo,
he's huge. He's huge.
He's a big brother.
He's strong.
He's a big guy, and he's very durable. You too nice. You got handle. You can shoot. You got size, and when you put your mind to it, you a solid defender. You too good to be begging for these BS calls, and that's your out. Like, you too good for that. You way too good for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hope they get swept, and then Chris Paul being there just puts the icing on the cake. Like,
yeah, I never liked Chris Paul. It's like
I like him, but he's starting to show. He been showing his ass a couple of years now. Like,
he's a front runner, man.
Yeah, he's a front runner. I agree with that.
He's irritant, man. And Harden is another one. It's like, man, it's just sometimes it's like, yo, I get it, but I don't think this style of basketball is conducive to winning in the playoffs. Like,
it's not.
And Kobe said that
months
ago.
Yeah, Kobe said it. He was like, yo, it's not going to work, son. And everyone was like, oh, he's a hater because Harden is better than him. I'm like, all right, you're going to see.
Right.
Freaking Golden State has KD, Steph, and Clay. Well, Clay is not an isolator, but they isolate like less than anyone in the league. Like, this guy, Harden is coming down court and dribbling the air out of ball like for 23 seconds. It's like, what is this? It's like, what is happening? Like, I understand he is the best player on the team. You want the ball in his hands to create for himself and others, but you gotta, there has to be at least some more movement. Like, Eric Gordon can play basketball. He's not a scrub. Like, he can do things. Like,
and he can dribble.
And he can dribble too. Yeah.
And also Clint Capella has been like non-existent.
A non-factor, bro. A non-factor.
Draymond has stepped it up.
Yeah. Dre's a dog, man.
Dre has stepped up.
Draymond lost about 25 pounds and was like, yo, I'm not with the shits no more. Like, I'm shutting all of this down right now.
That Clint pick and roll. I thought, because to see the way Montrez was eating last series, I'm like, Clint Capella is going to have himself a series. But Dre said no for that.
I never thought Clint Capella was that nice. He's a product of D'Antoni, so you're a pick and roll player. Montrezl Harrell actually got some type of
Montrez is
skill.
Yeah,
Montrez
is a
nice.
dog.
Montrez is a dog. So like when I see Montrezl Harrell pick and roll, like because Montrez actually know what he doing when like he know pick roll. Okay, I'm gonna dive left. I'm gonna dive right. Clint Capella just going wherever Harden going. Like, that's all
wait for the lob. Wait for the lob.
Yeah, he just standing waiting for a lob and get rebounds. Like I don't think he that good. So when he commanding all this money and a Clint Capella pick and roll,
it's just crazy. It's been like non-existent. You would think, oh, they lost Boogie. Well, Boogie ain't a pick and roll defender. It's like Draymond has improved. Like Draymond has stepped it up for the playoffs. Like I got to give him that.
Yeah. He said it. He said he lost weight because you can kind of tell in the season he was kind of
he's kind of chubby.
And you can tell in his arms. You may not notice it in his face or gut because he's not like ripped like a LeBron type.
Mm-hmm.
But like his arms is kind of heavy. But you notice now his arms looking a little slimmer. He got a little quickness. He got a little bounce.
He's moving a lot faster than he was in the season.
I think he's doubled his point per game average. I think he's at like 16. He was at 8 throughout the season.
Yeah, they all scored above 15 last night, son.
Yeah.
You're unbeatable when you're starting 5. Everybody scores more than 15. You're unbeatable. That's it.
And Clay and Curry haven't even had good games yet. And
they're both nicked up. Yeah, like.
Yeah. Don't let KD, Clay, and Steph have a game where they're all hitting. Oh my gosh!
Oh
it's
Lord,
gonna get ugly.
It's gonna happen in Game 3. I think that's gonna happen in Game 3.
I hope it
does. I hope it does. Start off the game and hit like 4 straight.
I think Curry gonna come out and be like, okay, I'm shutting all this hope down. Y'all about to have right now 20 in the first quarter, and I'm putting y'all to bed.
Enough is enough. So like we playing without don't play with your food, man. Like. Right. You come out, punch him in the mouth, and that's it. Go home. So go up 3-0, and then end it in 5, like they usually do. Because they never sweep a good team. It's always like, all right.
No. I think I think it's gonna go 5. I think it's gonna go 5-6.
I think it's going 6. It's going 6.
Wins Game 3, they sweeping them.
Nah, I don't know.
They sweeping them.
Listen, I hope it does.
At that point, listen. Remember the Sacramento Kings versus Lakers series back in the day? No matter what version of the Kings you brought Kobe and Shaq was getting you out minimum 6, maximum 6. This is the Houston Rockets. This is the Sacramento Kings, the Golden State Lakers. Like, no matter what version of the Houston Rockets you give me, you cannot beat them. So I think if Golden State was to somehow go up 3-0, Durant and Curry gonna look at each other like
kill these dudes, end this right now,
end this right now, like no hope, like
don't bring it back to Golden State, don't get on the flight, like just don't pack no bags, end it right here,
end it right here. That's what I think. If they win Game 3, sweep.
I need a sweep, son. Because Chris Paul's gonna get paid $4 million next year.
Right.
I need to see it.
$44 million.
The worst contract in sport.
God.
He hasn't done anything these first 2 games. He hasn't done anything. So
they out here they are auditing Game 7. Like
that's insane.
These are
that's
not
absurd.
taxes.
Yeah. I'm like, you missed 27 3-pointers that game. Like, never mind the calls. You missed 27 3-pointers. And then the Game 2, when it was like, they were following us all night. They gave up 18 offensive rebounds. You worry about the wrong things.
Looking
at the refs. It's like, yo, you just got boxed out. Like, Austin Rivers, you got pushed out the paint, son. I seen Capella get knocked out the paint, like just moved out of the paint. I'm like, you need to rebound the ball, son. You worry about the wrong things, brother.
Stop letting Kevon Looney get busy, bro.
Yo, Kevon Looney was getting busy, son, getting mad boards. I see McKinney get put back. Yo, I'm like, these dudes getting put back, so you son, like, I seen Jerebko get a putback. I'm like, are you kidding me, son?
Jerebko had 2 putbacks, and a jump shot. Like,
but that's not the problem. That's not the
problem. It's the refs.
It's
the refs. I'm like,
come on, son.
Oh,
son.
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh
I can't see how anybody can root for this Rockets team. They're so easy, son. They're so easy to hate, and it's like
so easy.
I just don't understand it, son. They make it so easy. It's like, yo, if you just play the ball, because most people would hate most people hate the Warriors. It's like, my god, but you hate them because they're good. Because
they're not good. It's because they're too good.
Yeah, so it's like when you look at the Rockets, it's like, yo, you're the only team that's good enough to stop them, like, or that's good enough to kind of like, give them a run for their money because they did it last year. But then they're making it so easy. Oh, they keep following us, and it's like, bro, all you have to do is just play, son. Just play. Now.
That's it.
That's it, son. All you do is now they're just, you're following us, you're doing this. You gave them 18 offensive boards. You turned the ball over like 20 times. You had 20 turnovers and gave them 18 offensive boards, and you lost. That's
the game.
Yeah. I didn't even Skip had to say it this morning. It didn't even feel like it. I didn't know Golden State led wire to wire. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the entire game.
No point.
The entire game. At no point did Houston have to lead the game. They started the game with 4 turnovers straight.
Right, I seen that.
Offensive foul, a pass out of bounds to Capella's hands, a steal by Iguodala and something else.
Yep.
4 straight turnovers out the game. I'm like, this game is over. I'm like, this is over.
It was over.
I could have turned my TV off and went to sleep right there. I was like, this is over. So I'm like, yo, like, at no point did Houston have a chance to win that basketball game. So it's like, who are you fighting with? You fighting with yourself? You fighting with the refs? You fighting with the Warriors? And I'm like,
they fight with the refs.
They fight with the refs. Shooting yourself in the foot. Like, bro, you're giving up wide open jump shots. McKinney, I don't know his first name. The dude didn't have a first name. McKinney, number 28 of the Warriors. He's getting put back dunks. I'm like, yo, box him out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
And then if you look at game 1, I'm watching the game with E. I watched the second half with E. And we watching the game and we just laughing, chuckling because we predicted like 90% of the second half. Harden gonna take that shot. He gonna miss. Why? Cause he trying to kick his leg out.
He's trying to do too much. He's
not even shooting the ball how he would naturally.
He's not even shooting.
Just shoot the ball.
Son, he took. And then what gets me about the free throw thing, and it's just Eric has told us about this when we play CN League. It's like if you're a jump shooting team. Like, if we playing in the park and there's a ref there, and the two of y'all is looking at me like, Rose, stop shooting. And I go to the basket one time, and then I turn and look at the ref. The ref's going to look at me like, bro, you've been shooting jump shots this entire time. The one time you go to the paint, you expect a foul call? I'm not giving it to you. Like, that's what he's doing. James Harden took 16 3-pointers. He made 4.
4 of them. And he's begging for calls.
And he begging for calls. Like, of course I'm not going to give you the call. I think he missed, like, his last 9. Like, I just watched them brick after brick. Like, yeah, you not getting the call, bro. You not getting the call. You standing out here launching 3-pointers. Go to the rack. He could have gotten 20 free throws easily, just mid-range or, like, post up or cut to the basket, something. He could have gotten 20 free throws easily. He just standing out there, mistletoe drop kicking people in the face. Like, come on, son. Like,
nah, but that's what the NBA's kind of evolved to, though. It's either a long 3 or a layup. There's no mid range. Nobody sets up that. There's only 2 players that play in mid range in the NBA right now, and they both play in this series. Chris Paul and KD. That's it. Nobody else is really checking for the mid range game like that. It's like everything's like, all right, if I get if I get inside the 3-point line, I'm going all the way. Yeah, Clay.
Especially D'Antoni. D'Antoni, that's a sin.
Clay,
don't be shooting no mid-range.
Clay got trouble, yeah. But
D'Antoni,
a lot of guys
like
like
sin.
Yeah, a lot of people's like, what are you doing? That's the worst shot in basketball. It's like, that's a good shot. I was hoping, like, let's go to a layup.
Bro, I don't understand that rationale. Like, it's an inefficient shot. How?
They just say the percentage at which you make it, you might as well shoot the 3 and live with those percentages. That's why Harden he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he missed 12. He made 4. He doesn't care.
Right. All of that says to me, you're not really a good shooter because you just perfected shooting from distance at that point. Because look at Trey.
You haven't perfected it
because you're still shooting
12.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right. look at Trae Young. As good a season as Trae Young had, if he keep up what he doing, he gonna be out the league in a couple of years. He too small to be out here launching from 30 feet out, because the defenders is just gonna be like, all right, bro, when you come into the paint, I'm putting you on your ass. Because it's a bailout at this point. It's like he don't want to come down there and take a 15-foot jump shot because it's taboo, and he too small. He need the space at this point to shoot the gun. You know what I'm saying? So like you have him playing terrible basketball, but because Harden is quote unquote successful at it now, it's like everybody, like you say, everybody doing it now, and it's just like
so bad.
He missed like his last 9 3-point shots, and I'm like, bro, had you taken 5 free throw line jump shots, y'all would have won the game. Like
legit, like. It's and they've been doing this last year. It's like, bro, just think about what you're doing. Like, think about how you're approaching the basketball game. If I just in the losses, right? If I just took 3 less 3-pointers,
right,
and I took 1 dribble in, 2 dribbles in, a pull up, like legit, I can win that game. But they don't see it that way. It's like, all right, well, how can you get more open 3-pointers? It's like, no, that's bad, son. Like. And they don't see it that way. It's just the way the NBA is going. I seen a clip. I forgot who it was. I think it was Seth Curry actually. It was Seth when they was playing OKC. So Seth pump faked it. He got his man to jump on a 3-pointer. He stepped in, so there was nobody within 7 feet of him. So he take 1 dribble.
I think I remember that shot.
He went all the way into the paint and just threw a layup. I'm like, bro, you had a 17-foot jumper. Go off the glass. That's you remember when we was kids, he's practiced that little bank shot off the glass. Tim Duncan. Bro, just go off the glass, son. He pump fake, took a dribble. Nobody was there. I was kind of watching him. He dribbled all the way into the paint. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So he took 4 extra dribbles and took a wild layup. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing, son?
And he can shoot. And
he can shoot it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are talented enough to do it. Like, a lot of these guys have the talent to play in the mid-range, to kind of do that, like, high post kind of little joint. They're just not doing it. And it's like
when Durant had Chris Paul, and I can't remember the other player guarded him, and Durant just caught the ball mid post, turned around. I think like 3 of them, he didn't even bother dribbling the ball. He just turned around, gave him the Dirk leg, and said, "Hold that." I was like,
I didn't even have to look at the basket. I was like, all right, that's going in. Or even if it missed, I would have been okay with it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good shot.
That's a good shot. Right.
He did it against Patrick Beverly in, I think, game 5 or whatever. When he hit that fadeaway joint and got the and one. Bro, at that point, I'm ready to look the other way on defense. I don't need to just look at the basket. If it goes in, cool. If it doesn't, cool. But I'm like, those are good shots, bro.
That's a good shot.
It's a good shot, son. It's a good shot. Catch the ball in your spot, turn and fire, bro. Off the glass. If you want to all net it, cool. If you want to take another dribble, cool. But you're working. You're using all points of the court. Like, you're not just jumping from the paint to the 3-point line. Like, there's mad real estate on the basketball court.
Mad real estate.
There's mad real estate, though.
Real estate.
Like, bro, like
mid-range is dead, bro. Rip Hamilton rolling in his grave.
In his grave, so Kobe Bryant rolling in his grave.
Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell is rolling over his grave, bro.
Dogs.
Dirk is rolling over his grave, man.
Yeah. Duncan is rolling over his grave. Ain't nobody using bank shot.
Bank shot. Nobody. I haven't seen a bank shot in the NBA in years.
The last person I seen use the bank shot was Derrick Rose, of all people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see.
Yeah. I don't think he's planning to do it either.
No. He has that little in between game when he's eating, and like at the elbow he'll take little bank shot. But that's the last player I've seen. That's the last player I've seen.
They don't do it no more, man. They don't. Even my boy Andrew Wiggins, his rookie year, he was playing in the high post a lot, and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is something that we haven't seen in a while. A 6'8" wing that's gonna play in the post and get little turnaround jump shots, 1 dribble pull up. And that was it. He stopped him after that. That was it. All right, well, I did my duty in the post.
Right.
I got enough. I filled my quota. Now let me step out the 3-point line, step back, jumper. I'm like, Bro, come on. Let me get these dunks and these 3-pointers. It's like, that's not efficient basketball, son.
Arnold said it years ago, bro. The kids nowadays, they too cool for school to learn a hook shot, bro. Like,
They don't even want to
Kareem
try. Like, at least try.
That's hard enough, man. Somebody
I know it's hard. It has to be hard to do consistently like Kareem. But even if you don't shoot it at Kareem efficiency, like even a little less, it's like pretty effective if you're that damn tall.
You can't block it.
Yeah.
You can't block it.
Not even like a babe. They don't even have like baby hooks like Shaq. Shaq had that.
Yeah,
little
Shaq had a jump hook.
baby
Yeah.
hook. You know what I'm saying?
got
like
Jokic got that. Jokic got a little.
Yeah,
like
Jokic had a
that,
jump hook. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like one person we can name. One person. You give Clint Capella the ball.
We're all face-up guys. So I seen Paul Millsap play basketball. He's posting. I'm all right, cool. He gets his both faces up and then he's dribbling between his legs. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
You wasting mad energy.
What are you doing, son? You had him pinned down under the basket, and you're gonna take the ball, turn around, and do a step back jump shot. Are you kidding me?
The shot clock then went. The shot clock then went out. He dribbled it off his foot. He looked around.
What is going on to my league, man? This is not my NBA, man.
This is not my NBA, dog. No way.
Pathetic, son. This is disgraceful.
So what's happening with Celtics Bucks? Who's winning that series?
Celtics.
Yeah. That's how I feel watching the games. Like, I mean, last night the Bucks had that huge third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I kind of trust the Celtics pedigree. I trust Kyrie. I trust Horford.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like based on those two games, I felt like Boston was the better team. But we'll see. I don't know.
And as much as I love Giannis, man, we talk about style of play a lot.
Yeah.
How it's sustainable and some things are not. It's not sustainable in playoffs, man. You're not gonna just pack the paint all the time.
Right.
Dribble, bully ball, push Aaron Baines, push Horford, push Kyrie. It's not gonna. You can't get 7 dunks in a playoff game. You're not doing it. You gotta have something else. And last night they played well because Chris Middleton hit shots.
Yeah.
Bledsoe hit some shots. It's like
Giannis hit some. He hit some.
Yeah,
threes.
Giannis hit some shots too. Yeah. But I just don't see it lasting, man. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna just get the ball at half court and start your drives from half court like he's doing in the season. Nah. Now we're looking at you the entire way. The Celtics are zoned in on because you get at minimum 4 games to watch this guy do the same thing over and over. It's like, no, that's not gonna work anymore. No. So
Chuck and Kenny was saying that yesterday. He was like, he don't like the fact that Giannis brings the ball up the court because they already know what he about to do. Like it's pretty much like a zone. Like they know you trying to come into the paint. Giannis just needs to take. Yeah, Giannis, he don't need to like. This is why I hate this NBA too, because people think if you not a 3-point shooter, you're not a shooter. Like you can still shoot twos. Like those are
that's the thing. Like, exactly what we're talking about. Like
so it's like. Giannis, he don't have to shoot the 3. He just need to take the shot. Like, if they giving you this 19-footer, take it. Like, even if you miss a couple, take them. Because they have to come out and guard him eventually.
Yeah, they have to guard him eventually.
He can dribble. But the league is so focused on the 3-point shot. In his head, he's like, he has to be a 3-point shooter.
It's like you don't have to take any of the 3-point. Yo, bro, like even because they're gonna have to guard you. Because like even if Giannis, if he takes 6 17-footers a game and he makes 2 of them, bro, if you're making those 2, they're gonna have to guard you because it's like he might knock this one down. Like he made 1 for 5. The 6 ones he's due for 1 or 2. Like bro, they're gonna have to guard you now. You can keep them more honest. At this point, he's just trying to dribble by. I seen him play last night, and it was. I mean, I guess it was a good play, but like. Aaron Baines was guarding him, whatever. I forgot what the big white guy is. It Aaron Baines or was it somebody else?
It should be Aaron Baines.
Yeah, Aaron Baines. Yeah, so he's guarding him, and Giannis makes some incredible play. He dribbles by him, goes under the lane, under the rim.
I it was like first quarter or something.
Yeah, like nice little layup. I'm like, that's a good play, but that's not sustained. That's not gonna work, son.
He worked mad hard for that shot.
Yeah, he works so hard. I'm like, how often is that gonna work, son? You're not gonna be able to beat George Gervin all the time, bro. Sometimes you gotta beat Nick Van Exel. Sometimes you gotta take that little post jumper. Sometimes you got to do it. You can't just take layups and dunks, or you're not going to dunk every time, bro. That's not 2K5, son. Like you just can't do it. You gotta be able to take that 90-foot jump shot 18 shot, like a little set shot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna give, first of all, he shouldn't be bringing the ball down court. Give it up to Eric Bledsoe. I'm gonna set a pick for Brogdon or whatever, or not Brogdon, Middleton. I'm gonna set it right here on a block on a high post. If there's a pass there, if somebody cuts, hit him. If not, rise over. Because Giannis is 6'11", bro. There's no reason why you should be rising and firing over small forwards, bro. Like if Jalen Brown is guarding you, or Jason Tatum, or Marcus Smart, anybody. Rising
barbecue chicken, son. That's barbecue chicken.
It's barbecue chicken. So but instead he's trying to dribble, lower his shoulder, one dribble, two dribbles, post up, dribble, pump fake, dunk, layup. Yo, bro, you're working mad hard, son. It's like this is not gonna work for 7 games because we expect it to be a long series. It's not gonna work. Around game 4 or 5, he's gonna be like, nigga, I'm tired, son. Like these niggas and Horford pushed him around that first game. So, like, that's going to happen again. Horford and Baines push him around. Like, you made him like a herd. Like, I mean, it worked in game 2. Like, he finally got his play. You know what I mean? He got his little joints in. But it's not going to, around game 5 or 6, he's like, nigga, I'm tired. I'm tired of getting punched in the mouth by Horford every time I go to the paint. Like, because first, they're not jumping on his pump fakes. They're not respecting those at all.
Right.
So if Rose guarding me and he's not jumping on any of my pump fakes, I'm taking that first one. He's not going to jump. Okay, cool. I'm firing. Cool. Bomb. Yeah. Take the first one. Instead, he's pump faking, trying to step through. It's like, you're doing too much work for 2 points, man. Like,
and then he done gave up his dribble because he pump faking. Like,
like you could have scored this bucket 6 seconds ago, man. You could have been back on defense by now. So you sitting there pump fake. Yo, come on, son. This is not good, son. So hopefully, I mean, I want it to be a long series. I think it will be, but. He's gonna learn the hard way, man. Around game 7, and game 7 is always blowout. What's gonna happen? Boston's gonna win by 26 in game 7, and Giannis gonna be sitting on the bench with his towel covering his head. And he's gonna be like, "Yo, I gotta learn how to shoot this basketball, man, because it's not gonna, not gonna work. You can't rely on Chris Middleton all the time. Like, okay, you're gonna be the shooter. I'm gonna be the other guy. Come on, man. Come on."
I do think though they would have a much easier time. If Brogdon was playing.
Brogdon was here. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But you got to compensate for that. You have to compensate. Somebody else got to step up. Like, I got to be that guy, and I mean, I don't know, man.
That's true.
I still think I think Bucks will win, but I think, like Josue said, I think Giannis is gonna learn the hard way.
The hard way, man.
Learn the hard way. I don't know. You said it about Kobe and how he was telling about James Harden, and he said like it's not gonna work, and then people just like, "Oh, shut up, Kobe!" Like, yo, this is one of the greatest minds and greatest players of all time. Like, how y'all just dismissing him because you hate the man? Like he knows what he's talking about.
Literally lived that. Like, he did the ISO crap, and it didn't work. He's like, you know,
it didn't work.
Maybe I need to change. He's literally lived that life. Like, he's been that guy who took 30 shots a game to get 36 or whatever. He's been that guy, right?
And of the scorers in my lifetime, there's only 2 who I trust to do it and have it win: Jordan and Kobe. If you're not 2 of them, I don't want you doing this, bro.
Yeah, please give it up.
Right, because you don't have the mindset. Like, Kobe and Jordan, they can go 9 for 32, bro, and the game is on the line. It's going in at
10
number
for 33, 10. And I made that 10th one,
Right, like, the rest of these guys, they don't have that mindset. So it's like, I don't want, if Kobe telling you, bro, one of the all-time greatest players, I done scored 81, I done did the 50 and 4 straight, I done did all of this. I ain't win doing it.
It didn't work.
He's telling you this, like.
But even at the time, Harden like agreed. I don't think Harden didn't even. He was like, "Yeah, like we definitely need people back. I understand. I can't be playing at this clip when it matters, but it's like you're kind of playing the same basketball, like, and you're healthy now. You're healthy now. So what's the excuse?" So
he it's D'Antoni, man. That's
I don't know, man. I'm tired of Pringles.
He's one of those. He must have, like, he must be blackmailing somebody in the league to always get a job. Like,
I don't know. It's like, because it's like, yeah, he'll get you to the second round, maybe the Western Conference Finals, but I haven't seen it take you further yet. It's like I don't know, man. I guess. Toronto, Philly. How's that going?
Toronto.
Yeah, My only drawback is Kyle Lowry, but I
He's
do trust. I have a like if I'm leaning a certain way, I'm leaning Toronto. Like I trust Kawhi. Like Kawhi's the best player in the series.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a runaway. I'm not saying like Toronto guaranteed, but
No.
I think Toronto is a better team. My boy
Yeah.
Siakam is
Siakam
balling.
is a dog.
My guy Kawhi. You know what I mean, Danny Green is gonna make big shots.
Yeah.
Watch, it's gonna be like game 6. It's gonna be a tied game, and Danny Green's gonna hit a 30-footer.
Yep.
With like
It's gonna-
7
it's
seconds
gonna
left on the clock.
It's going to be that 3-pointer we were talking about. He's 1 for 7, but the 2 for 8 is the difference.
The 2 for 8 is different. Yeah, like damn, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Right.
The JJ Redick 3, that's the one.
Right.
The JJ, yeah, it's like damn, here it is.
Yeah, Danny Green is good for the JJ Kyle Korver. Oh my God,
the Kyle Korver 3, yeah.
But the 1 for 6, and it was the dagger. Like
the Mike Miller 3. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. So
yeah,
I think they're just better.
Yeah.
I don't trust Ben Simmons at all, even though he's been okay this playoff run. I just don't trust him in big moments. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with. I got Toronto winning it. I got Toronto winning the whole thing. So
they're good, man. They're good.
I'm gonna stick with that. But so your Ben Simmons thing, I think he's been okay. I think
he's no. I said that he's been okay. I just don't trust him down the stretch. I think
that's fair.
In a deciding game, like that swing game, like that game 5 where it's like to go 3-2. I think he's gonna piss the bed. Like he's gonna wet the bed. So I'm like, here we go, Ben Simmons, you did it again. Like I think that's gonna be the game that decides it, and that's usually a lot of young players kind of mess up in those games where it's like, we need this game to kind of take control of the series. That's where he's gonna mess up, and that's where I'm like, all right, well, I called it on episode 15. You know what I mean? Like,
it's tough to me. I think that's my same drawback with Denver. I think it's tough in this day and age when your best player far and away is like a big like.
Yeah.
I just want Jimmy Butler had a day. He had a day in game 2. Like that's why they won. He went off. But it's like I can't count on Jimmy Butler to have that game every game. Like I'd rather have the Dame on the perimeter who can have that game every game as opposed to like this dominant big man who has to wait for this guy.
The mercy
Simmons.
of
he can't even shoot the ball to get him the ball with 7 seconds on the shot clock and then make something happen. It's just tough today. Like the day
with
of
this
that.
game, if Embiid was playing in 2004, I'm like, this is Philly all the way, but like he's waiting for the basketball. He's not gonna set up his own shots. Like he's waiting either in pick and roll or post up. It's like he's waiting. He has his hands up. I mean, you can slide coverages over to him and force Jimmy Butler to hit threes and like that. Like that's the kind of type of shit that we're on with the Sixers because it doesn't really work that way.
And then Gasol is no pushover at that.
Them big men over there are not soft. Like Toronto's big men, like they can really ball. So I'm not gonna like, Joel's gonna dominate because he dominated. Who they played last round again? I don't remember who they played. Brooklyn. Yeah, he dominated. They're bouncing over there. Jared Allen's a scrub. Brook Lopez is, or whatever, whoever else is a scrub. So I'm not worried about that. But like, you're not gonna be able to just impose your will against Toronto, man.
Right.
You're just not. So it's gonna be that game where and I'm saying he's gonna have that big game in game 5. And then Ben Simmons is going to try to do an entry pass to him, and it's going to turn it over. Because Kawhi's going to be in his pocket. And then it's going to be like, oh, damn, Philly loses 103-99 because that was a deciding play. Like, that's what's happened. Yeah. Like, I was in your pocket, boy. Like, now we go back to Toronto, whatever it is, up 3-2, close them out in game 6. Curtains, put your warmer back on, get in the shower, go home, talk to the media. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's going to happen.
I think that meme that's going around is hilarious with the Stephen A. face where it's like Ben Simmons pump fake and Kawhi. That's hilarious.
It's like nobody believes you, bro.
Right, you need more people, dog. Like
you need a lot more people, bro. Like,
yeah.
And the thing is with Ben Simmons, man. The thing is, it was so tough and it's so annoying about watching him. At least with Giannis, you can be like, all right, well, he's taken a few of them. So it's like, all right, so he might take this one. I haven't seen Ben Simmons take a jump shot in 3 years.
Yo, it's crazy.
Come on. This is absurd. He just doesn't shoot it. refuses to shoot the basketball, son. I don't know what his form looks like. I just don't know. I've seen, because your form kind of changes in practice, warm ups, and then it does in the game. Because in the speed of the game, you kind of rush mechanics. Like the great shooters can keep that going. Ray Allen had the same shot for 20 years.
Right.
They've had the same shot. Clay had the same shot. Right. A lot of great shooters can keep that going. But even Kobe changed his shot a little bit from warm ups to thing and Jordan. But like, I don't know what Ben Simmons' game shot looks like. I have no idea what it looks like. I've seen it warm ups and like that's not it.
Does.
I have no idea what it looks like. It's like, yo, when are you gonna show us that you're not even like you're willing to make it, just willing to take the shot, son? Just take one. Keep me honest, man. Because I let him. You can dribble all you want. I'm backing up. You got it,
right?
I'll wait for you. Like I'll wait for you in the paint. Cool. Now when you're here, draw a charge because you can do some wild shit. Draw the Euro step somebody or do a garbage ass floater with your knee up. I'm standing right here. Draw a charge. Cause it's like, bro, take the shot, man. You coward.
Nah,
like,
they be guarding him crazy. Like, yo, you not gonna shoot that?
Shoot it, though.
It's the NBA, bro. He's like 3-4 feet off of you. Like what?
Joe Sway's tweet about the why did we rehearse when he missed a year. That's all I'm thinking. Like, bro, you sat out a whole season and get a jump shot. Why did we rehearse? Why are we here? Why are we here? What happened in the offseason?
I'm about to look at you right now.
Like, I don't get it. Like, what were you doing, bro?
We do this whole time, son.
The whole year. You sat out a whole season.
I saw him shooting threes in practice the other day, and like his elbow is pointing that way.
Bad,
it's like,
bad.
Why is his form still this way? Like, you can't tuck that in.
It's bad.
He got the Mike Epps chicken wing going on.
It's like no wonder you missing it. Your elbow is pointing the wrong way. Like the hoop is that way, buddy. Like, I don't know. It's like, if he has a physical issue where he can't tuck it, like, okay, say that. No one has said that. No one has said he has a physical issue with his elbow. Like, so why aren't you?
He has a shooting disability. That's what you say.
Because you know, like with Shaq couldn't bend that wrist, right? So you understood. It's like, oh, Shaq fucked up his wrist. We get it. Okay, cool. No one has said anything about Ben Simmons' elbow. So why is it pointing that way? Like, why can't he point it the other way? Someone needs to explain this to me. Like, why isn't this being fixed? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's a waste man, bro. This guy's really a waste man.
Shooting disability, dog.
He got a handicap shot, bro.
Yeah,
shooting disability.
Like, and usually the warm-up shots look better than the game shots.
Yeah, right. This was warm-ups.
Because you can go in, you can go at your pace, you know what I mean? You bend your elbow, drop the knee a little bit, you know what I mean? Right. Hold the release. Nah, the warm-up looks bad, bro. The warm-up looks horrible. It's like, so what does the real one look like then?
Right. What does your game speed jump shot look like?
I don't think I want to know at this point, man, because he hasn't done it yet.
That's why he don't take them.
That's why he don't take them. He's like, this is embarrassing.
His jump shot is in the closet. Like, I can't show you.
I'm good, bro. I'm gonna stay right here.
Right.
Just keep dunking.
Now with Portland and Denver, like I was saying, I feel Portland was the perfect team for Kanter. It just was a perfect fit. I think this matchup now is like, will give him trouble because, like, whereas Steven Adams can do nothing on the perimeter, Jokic is taking you out to three.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see, like, Denver won game one. I'm interested to see if he'll be able to, like, really stay on the floor when you got to deal with Jokic. Like, everybody has trouble with Jokic. So somebody who struggles in the pick and roll and isn't going to get out there to guard him at the three, we'll see. I'm rooting for Portland because now I'm on Dame. I love Dame.
Oh yeah, I'm a Dame fan now. I've been a CJ fan. So
I like Dame.
I've always been a CJ guy, so it's only fitting that I'm like a Dame guy now too. I was like, what was I waiting for this whole time? Like, why did I take so long?
I think I've been fronting on Dame for too long, man.
Yeah,
I've been fronting.
You play fronting on Portland, so how
Joe Sway especially. Joe Sway been fronting on the guard Dame Lillard, dog.
What it was,
nigga nice, bro. The nigga nice.
I watched Portland a lot when Aldridge was there, and I hate LaMarcus Aldridge. So by proxy, I was like, Dame stinks too because you're playing with him. So I didn't like any of them. I'm like, these niggas are garbage until CJ got there. I was like, okay, CJ's my guy. He went to Lehigh, whatever. So I watched him play a lot. I'm a big fan of him, but I'm like, damn, I'm still about. But then the last like 2 years, he's been putting some good seasons together. I'm like, okay, he's all right. And then this playoff run, I'm like, you know what? Okay, you know what? Maybe he is a dog. Like maybe he is an upper echelon point guard.
Can't hate him after that, son.
You can't get no more gully and cold blooded than I'm in the game winning shot.
Yeah, that's
in your face from 37 feet out for 50, and then I'm a wave bye bye to you.
Yeah, that was mad.
They talk cash. They talk cash to him the whole series. He didn't say one word.
He didn't say words,
Son hit the dagger and said, "All right, that's it." Like you can't, you can't. How can you not love that? Like, come on,
right? How can you not?
Bro, I'm watching the game, and it's already like 12:30, 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, all right, cool. He's setting up, and I'm like, yo, why he not dribbling? Like what's taking so long? I'm looking at him like, yo, and I'm counting in my head. I'm like, okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, and I'm like, okay, 4 is a danger zone. Once you pass 4 seconds, you're screwed. Like 4, 3, and he rises and fires. I'm like, no. I'm like,
after the sidestep.
No.
After the sidestep,
I'm like, nah.
He sidestepped.
Oh,
I'm like, nah.
That's cold,
and then
son. That's
he drills it, and I'm sitting here like,
I yelled so loud.
Screaming. I'm like,
I screamed so loud. I
didn't believe it, son.
Right.
I didn't believe. I'm like, what kind of shot was that? Because I'm part of I guess old school basketball now, where you make your drives at 7 seconds. It's like, all right, you give yourself enough time to have your move, a counter move, a jump shot, and a rebound if necessary. That's 4 things you can fit. I'm with you. That's 4 things you can fit into that 7 seconds. All right, cool. You shove the first one, go behind the back.
Right.
I got that. That's the counter move now. Jump shot, third move, rebound, 4. You get 4 chances to do something in that.
At this one shot.
Yeah, one shot. Yeah, you get one shot of that. But he waited. I'm like, yo, 7, 6, 5, 4, and he stepped back. He does a little step back sidestep, and he drills it. And I'm like,
in his grill, in his
face. And I'm like, Paul George could have done anything about that because Paul George contested it. It's not like he was like
Paul George contested it perfectly,
son. I'm like, what the hell, son? And that's the thing. I was talking to a lot of people, and they're like, yeah, he should have pressed up on him. I'm like, you don't want to give up the drive though because you don't want to line. Right. I want my defender. I want my guy taking a 37-foot jump shot. I will take that all day. Please take 10 of them joints before you get to the line and get a layup and throw a lob or whatever it is. So Paul George played it correctly. He got up there, he contested it in his face. He got the hand up. I'm like, all right, cool, but fucking drill the shot. So I'm like,
the only thing is Paul George is salty because Paul George said it was a bad shot. No, bro, he made all of them in your face in that very series.
I'm still on the fence about that being a bad shot because I think
it's not a bad shot basketball.
It's not a bad shot for Dave. So
so it's a little bit both. So me learning basketball, and most of us can attest to this. Me like you take anything beyond like 3 feet beyond the 3-point line is a bad shot. That's just me in my head.
Right.
So I get what Paul George is saying. It's like, yes, that's just a bad shot. Like you just made it. You just made a great bucket, but it's not a good attempt. But with Dame, he made 8 of them joints in the series. Like
he made 4 in the very game.
In that game, He's the second half. He started off like that.
Right.
He started off the game like that. So I'm like,
he started off the series like that.
Yeah, he shot 8 for 12.
I hadn't even realized it until I listened to Joe's podcast, and they were talking. I was like, wait a minute, you're right. Damian legitimately opened the series with a 37-footer in Paul George's
face. Yeah.
And as NBA fans, we should have all knew what was about to come.
We should have known.
We should have known. Like the balls to take that, make it, and just like
he did it. The very game he started off the second half with that shot, the same shot. It just wasn't a step back.
Right.
The game where he went like back to back with Russ when he hit the 3, Russ missed that bad one, and he said, "Yeah, let's go." Took the ball, dribbled down the court, and just drilled it.
Right.
Same shot. It was another 35-footer. So
we should have known this series was ending. We should have known. Like
we should have known. Yeah, but I just couldn't picture it. Like I just couldn't visualize him taking that shot with the game on the line. Like he wouldn't do that.
I yelled so loud because
I didn't believe it. Bro, I blacked out.
Believe he had the stones to take it from that far out.
So I blacked out. So like I was watching the replay after, and I didn't know they stormed the courts, and I was like, oh shit, that happened because I was completely done. Nothing, everything else, the room shut down. I was like, what the hell's going on? So I'm like,
I think Denver is gonna win that series though. If Nurkic was healthy, I'm thinking Portland.
Yeah.
But Nurkic not being there.
I think Dame and CJ can take over the ball game, man. It's tough to root against them, man.
It is, but Jokic, man, like
Jokic is a dog. Jokic might be the most dog. Jokic might be an unsung superstar. Like I don't even talk about Jokic enough, but he is.
Is a dog, and
he's
Jamal,
an absolute monster. Son.
And Jamal Murray is gonna give you. He's gonna play either Lillard or McCollum to a wash. He's gonna take one of them to a wash. So it's like Lillard,
Harris going to do his thing.
Yeah, right. Harris. Yeah.
Right. So it's like
I think even from the early episodes before the season started, I don't know why in my mind I don't trust Denver. When you talking about Denver
they're young.
That's it. They not tested.
Can't trust them. It's like nah. And every time I see them play, it's like nah, they're overachieving, and they keep winning and winning. You said it from early. You was like nah, Denver's gonna be nice. I'm like yeah, but they're Denver. You know what I mean? And they stayed number 1 or 2 all year long. And I'm like, what is Denver? You know what I mean? Like, oh, they play the Spurs. I'm like yeah, it's Denver. They'll lose. They beat them. I'm like all right, they up 1-0 against Portland. But it's Denver, so it's like until they win it all, I'm still in my mind like it's Denver. Like, it's Denver. Yeah, like I don't know why. I just can't trust them yet until I see it. Like
I see why. It's like they're very young, but like I think that's why I like them because like they have young talent everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're very deep. They're very deep.
Right, they're very deep. Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, Jokic is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's the other? They have another guy who they 6-man. I can't remember his name. Barton. I think Barton.
Will Barton.
They have another
Will
guy.
Barton. Will Barton is there. Like they got a couple of guys who is like they feel they role very well. And this is not George Karl coaching the Nuggets. Like this is so good basketball coach coaching this team. So like I got faith. If it was George Karl, I would have picked San Antonio in the sweep. Like
yeah. I could see Denver. I could totally, of course I could see Denver winning, but I'm rooting for Dame now. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Tonight. They play tonight, right? That's the only game tonight.
My heart says Portland, my brain says Denver.
Right, I hear you with that. Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, not really. It's gonna be fun. We're all hoping for the Rockets to lose. That's pretty much all.
Right.
That's the only series I'm
not hoping for a sweep. I'm not even just.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
I know Houston is gonna lose. I'm just hoping for a sweep.
Yeah, I hope for a sweep.
I know Houston. Like I said, they're the Sacramento Kings to the Golden State Lakers. No matter what variation of the team you bring me, you can't beat dog.
Jason Williams, Mike Bibby. Doesn't matter what you bring.
Bobby Jackson,
Doug Christie,
Stojakovic, Doug Christie. No matter, you can't beat me. Like
it's still Kobe and Shaq.
It's still Kobe and Shaq. You got to beat them 4 times, and it's impossible. You're not gonna do it. Like same thing. You can lose. You can act.
Was that Bonzi Wells? No, that Bonzi Wells is Portland, right?
Portland, right.
I'm thinking of it. Was Corliss Williamson? I'm trying to think. That's another.
Yes.
Was it Corliss Williamson?
He was
Lawrence Funderburg, Scott
Lawrence Funderburg, Scott Pollard. I hated Scott Pollard. Oh my god!
It don't matter what variation of the Kings you brought him. You want Game 7 in your house? You got it, no problem. you want home court? No problem.
Scott Pollard kept some racist facial hair. He always had a different
variation
of racist facial hair.
I just knew it. Son.
Mm-hmm. You knew it. You absolutely knew it.
No one wanted to say it, though, because it was still a different time.
Right.
It wasn't really good. We wasn't really calling racism like that. So it's like, all right, well, he looks a little funny. Like he might be from the backwoods of Mississippi, but like, I mean, we let him slide because he played for the Kings, and I mean.
Right, they were entertaining, but you was a redneck. Like you was
he absolutely at 100% was a redneck.
Right.
Or C Webb, forever a bridesmaid. Bro.
Whatever C Webb you brought. Whether it was the afro or the tape.
Right, he cut his hair. You couldn't
it
be.
didn't matter. Yeah.
You could have Bibby got headband Bibby, no headband Bibby, Bob Jackson, sleeve, no sleeve, Doug
And it
Christie.
sucks because they were good, bro.
It was good,
They
man.
were good. But Shaq and Kobe, baby.
Shaq and Kobe,
Too
man.
good.
What are you gonna do,
That's
son?
too
What are you
good. That's too good.
It's too good, son. It's too good. Shaq is out here
too
making rap
good.
songs about y'all, talking about y'all are the Sacramento Queens. Like
Queens.
how disrespectful
Yeah,
you gotta be.
that was legit one of the great rivalries in sports, man.
The
Yes.
great rivalry.
It only lasted like
son.
3 or 4 years, but it was good, man.
Yeah,
It was great. And
epic.
it was great. It was great.
They
And
legit
like I-
hated each other, son.
yes,
Legit
and
hated
like I
each other,
said,
son.
and like I said, it didn't matter. You want home court? No problem. Go ahead,
No
take it.
problem. Go ahead, take it.
We'll give it to you. Like we'll give it to you. You
Take
want game 7? You want game 7 in your house? Okay, we'll give it.
We won't get there. We won't get there. Yeah, we're ending it at 6. We're
Right.
gonna finish. You going for 6.
Right. And if it goes 7, like remember the Kobe Shaq interview they did, and he was like, Shaq was like, I looked like he usually looked down, and he get into his face, he get into his zone, during the national anthem or whatever. And he said he looked up, he looked at Vlade, and Vlade put his head back down. And Shaq was like, "Yeah, we're winning this game."
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over.
He's like, oh, you don't want eye contact? Oh,
Yeah, look
I.
in the eyes.
right. He wants no. Okay, he don't want no smoke tonight.
Yeah,
That's
over,
my
man.
son. That's my son.
God,
He said, that's my child.
Legit afraid of Shaq. People was afraid of him, son.
Right. You got game 7 in your house. You got
In
a
your
chance.
house. You can't look me in the eye, son. Yeah, I got you.
In the eye.
I got you. That's it. Son. This is
That's what
over.
I'm saying. Like Houston is the same thing. It doesn't matter what Harden does, Chris Paul do. You just Durant gonna look at you game 4. He gonna look. Oh yeah, I just like yeah, this is over. Like
You can look at Clint Capella in the eye. I'm like, oh, you're gonna get
Right.
caught in the ISO. I'm
Right.
gonna fake you, son. I'm gonna catch you.
he's gonna
So
take
I
you.
already know what's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm gonna get you with a
Right.
switch. Oh, that's it. Game over.
That's it.
Game
Right.
done.
I'm blowing right by you. I'm dunking on your head top.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
it.
it.
That's it. It's over,
That's
baby.
I'm
Oh,
telling
I
you.
hope they get swept.
I hope. I'm praying.
And I used to like. I still kind of like James Harden. I'm still kind of holding out hope that he can be the guy that I want him to be. You know what I mean? 'Cause I still
Right.
kind
He
of like
can.
him. But
That's
it's
the
tough to
thing,
watch
he
him
can.
play, man. It's
It's
so
so
hard.
tough. It's so
He
tough.
hard to
can be.
put, man.
He can be the guy. It's just he plays for that coach, and if as long as he's your coach,
That's what I need to
I'm
know,
not rooting
man.
for you.
Yeah, I can't, man. So,
I can't root for D'Antoni, dog. Like
Yeah, I
it's
can't.
against my religion. Like
sorry, James.
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry, James. Like you nice, because when he first got to Houston, he was a dog.
Dog, son.
He was a
His
dog.
first game was he had 45 in his first game in Houston. So
Right.
he was like, oh, they won the trade. I was
Right.
like, yeah,
And then
they
second game, he had like 42. It
yeah,
was like,
40, yeah, 40 something in the second
It's
game.
like,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, these niggas sent Kevin Martin and Jeremy Lamb
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
for
To
James
get
Harden.
Serge Ibaka.
For Serge,
Right.
are you kidding me, son? I'm
Right.
like, oh, James Harden's dope. But then somewhere along the line, man, he turned into this old
D'Antoni
hateable nigga. And
is D'Antoni.
Yeah.
D'Antoni got that. Look what happened to Melo. Melo became this hateable guy once D'Antoni got his hands on him. Like
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all I had to say, man. Just praying for the L, man. Pray for the sweep. That's it.
right. I'm praying for the sweep, son. Like it is against my religion. It's against my fiber of my being to root for a D'Antoni led team. Like, can do it. Cannot do it.
All right, y'all. It's been real.
Word.
All right.
And if you haven't, go check out Endgame. That movie crazy.
He was ass.
Yeah, I mean,
Chill out. You
I
gotta
mean, if you haven't seen it by now, you're not living life right anyway. So
Yeah, I'm about to spoil it.
at this point, you can spoil it now. Like you can.
I've
spoil
been
it.
spoiling the movie. I spoiled it 2 days after. I got till Sunday. I was like, I'm done. No, Saturday night, I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna destroy the movie now. These guys are taking too long. Who hasn't seen the movie on Saturday night? Like that's it. So, like,
That's it. Probation is closed. That's it.
probation is closed.
The doors of the church.
The doors are closed, baby. That's it. All right, yeah.